Hey guys, before we do this album review, please understand this was originally on my main channel, which I have deleted when I upload this, and the reason I did because I'm moving all my reviews of music and drum covers on my music channel. This is Beatles Revolver with Cade Was Here. Anyway, let's get to the video.
So guys, it's AJ Markle here, and I'm here with Cade Was Here.
Hello guys.
And album that is
Revolver by the Beatles, released in 1966, an absolute classic.
It's also the same album where Yellow Submarine was on, so please,
I know.
guys, if you like Yellow Submarine, this is
Aaron's all about Yellow Submarine on this album.
Yeah, there's 14 songs in this album, and I am looking at the lyrics right now, so let's
dive in.
Alright, the first album. Yeah. Well, first album, that's a fail. Okay.
Bro. Yeah, okay,
Alright,
on Revolver, the first track, the opening track, we start out with a George Harrison written tune called Taxman. And Taxman is a very interesting song. So, George Harrison wrote this song because he was mad that some of the money from the music and the album sales and touring sales were going to tax authorities rather than the Beatles themselves. And so George was frustrated how some of the tax attorneys were corrupt, and so he wrote a song called Taxman about the corrupt taxman. And the guitar solo on the song was actually not played by George. It was actually played by Paul McCartney. George was having trouble with some of the chord changes, and Paul decided to help out, and he knocked it out in one single take. So the guitar solo on the opening Taxman, that is actually Paul McCartney. But he's still on bass. They double tracked it.
Yeah, so basically, as I'm reading the lyrics, the first 3 lines, let me tell you how it will be. There's 1 for you, 19 for me, because I'm the taxman. Yeah, I'm the taxman.
So basically the perspective is George writing as if he was the taxman.
Yeah, and the lyrics continue. Should 5% appear too small? Be thankful I don't take it off, because I'm the taxman. Yeah, I'm the taxman. It gets worse. If you drive a car, I'll tax the street. If you try to sit, I'll tax your seat. If you get too cold, I'll tax the heat. If you take a walk, I'll tax your feet.
Bro, these lyrics, it gets worse down the line. Like, the lyrics get way crazier. But yeah, it's a solid track. Like, it's such a good opener. Like, you turn it on and you're like, yep, this is a solid opening track to an album.
Yeah, and for the record, I will also say this. They always come up with, don't ask me what I want it for if you don't want to pay some more, because I'm the taxman. Yeah, I'm the taxman. And it gets to, and this last part right here. Now, my advice for those who die, declare pennies on your eyes, because I'm the taxman. Yeah, I'm the taxman. And you're working for no one but me.
Yep.
Ouch.
I know.
Just say ouch.
George was pretty much firing lyrics at them. And what's funny is that I have a book, and it's literally about all the Beatles songs, and it's facts about them. And I was looking the other day, like 2 days ago, some information on Taxman, and apparently George was specifically writing about, I think, someone in the government for Britain at the time in 1966, and George met him around 2 years before in a press conference during their touring, and here George was good friends with him then, and now he's writing a song against him. And so that is the opening track, Taxman. And the next track is an absolutely insane song, absolutely mind-blowing at the time, and a complete game changer for music. Number 2, the second track on Revolver, Eleanor Rigby. Eleanor Rigby is an insane track.
Okay, before you continue, it's by John Lennon and Paul McCartney, as it says on lyricsondemand.com. That's where I'm looking at the lyrics. And it gets pretty interesting right there.
It's a very serious song.
Yes, before we continue, the first track, if it was released today, oh my word, I think it would cause a riot. Oh my goodness.
It would totally be a hit, though. Like, it would definitely be a hit.
Probably
like the string quartet. The string quartet, the melody, the vocals, Paul's vocals, man. Like, so good.
Yeah, and also because of the actual lyrics and the message, It could possibly cause controversy online and everything, but kind of a good and bad controversy. Bring up the conversation and also bring up the actual message of the song. Now, the next album, Eleanor Rigby. Lyrics. First two lines are the same. Ah, look at all the lonely people. Ah, look at all the lonely people. We go to the next part. Eleanor Rigby picks up rice in the church where a wedding has been, lives in a dream, waits at a window, wearing a face that she keeps in a jar.
Like, who comes up with that? Keeping her face in a jar by the door. Like that. How do you come up with a lyric like that? Like, that's insane.
It sounds like to me, based on what is Eleanor Rigby is a lonely person that basically wishes to have someone. But
That's exactly what Paul was writing about. Apparently, he knew someone, an old lady. She wasn't named Eleanor Rigby, but he knew an old lady from his old neighborhood he used in growing up or lived in. And Eleanor Rigby, I believe, was a name he found in a phone book. And then this old lady he was writing about was just she had dreams, but she was never able to fulfill those dreams, and she was alone. And I think that's who he was writing about. At least that's what it said in the book I have. So it's a very beautiful song. You need to listen to it for yourself. Like, this is an official Cade recommendation. You need to listen to this song. It is a beautiful song. Even if it's not your style, the strings are beautiful. An influence with classical, an influence with it changed pop. The song changed pop pretty much.
Yes, it did. It also continues on where it talks about Father McKenzie, basically a pastor, was writing words to sermon no one will hear, no one comes near. Look at him working, darning, D-A-R-N-I-N-G. So, and now when nobody's there, what does he care? All the lonely people is the chorus. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people, where do they belong? And it gets sadder. Eleanor Rigby died in a church and was buried along with her name. Nobody came. Father McKenzie wiping the dirt from his hands as he walks from the grave. No one was saved. And it repeats on the chorus. This is a very sad song.
It
basically
is
a relatable song. It's a relatable song talking about lonely people. And it's sad to say, but in my opinion, this is probably way relatable today than it will be back then. So another classic for the Beatles, Eleanor Rigby, will definitely be a major hit.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to use my hit vote for this. I think Eleanor Rigby would be the biggest hit on Revolver if it was released today. If this came out like this year, Eleanor Rigby, like, totally, Aaron and I are both agreeing, like, Eleanor Rigby would be the massive hit off this album.
Yes. And this is only the second track. There's 14.
I know, this is the second track. This is how good this album is. Alright, and the third track... Yeah, the third track is the third track is a personal favorite of mine. So get ready for this one. I'm Only Sleeping is a beautiful track with very interesting backwards guitar solo, and acoustic guitars overdubbed, a really good bass line, and the lyrics are, believe it or not, about sleeping, because John Lennon absolutely loved sleeping. His bed was where he wrote all his songs, where he did most of his work, and he loved to sleep. So Aaron, if you could with the lyrics.
Yes, so I'm Only Sleeping. Do not think Are You Sleeping by Barney, people. Come on, that's a bad song. Alright, so anyway. When I wake up in the morning, lift my head, I'm still yawning. When I'm in the middle of a dream, stay in bed, float upstream. Please don't wake me. No, don't wake me. Leave me where I am. I'm only sleeping. So, basically, sleep, in this case, is already a passion. And it goes on. Everybody seems to think I'm lazy. I don't mind. I think they're crazy.
That's a good line. That's such a good line. People think I'm crazy, but oh man, that's a good line. Yeah. That's so funny.
Yeah. Running everywhere at such speed till they find there's no need. It's a little bit of a diss for people who are overworking or workaholics.
Yeah. John Lennon was known as a lazy man. His nickname in Britain was the laziest Englishman, or the lazy beetle.
That explains why he let his beard grow out. Ah! Yeah, okay, please don't spoil my day. I'm miles away, and after all, I'm only sleeping. keep an eye on the world going by my window, taking my time. A bit of a tour bus type of perspective.
Very psychedelic.
Lying here and staring at the ceiling, waiting for a sleepy feeling. Repeats chorus. And when I wake up in the morning, lift my head, I'm still yawning. When I'm in the middle of a dream, stay in bed, float upstream. And then chorus. So another song basically might be a double-edged sword. While sleeping is highly encouraged, it might falsely encourage people to sleep, which is partly the reason, since I'm a substitute teacher, I've seen people sleep in my class before. And if you guys are watching and I see you guys in
Oh my God.
still sleeping, I will see you wake up.
Oh, bro, that's horrifying.
So don't fall asleep in my class then.
Listen to John Lennon's lyrics, man. Okay,
Yeah.
what's the next track?
Alright, next track. Love You to Harrison. Sounds like an interesting romantic song.
It's actually not romantic, and it does have a twist. It's actually a Indian-inspired song, with the first ever song to have the lead instrument being a sitar. It's an incredible track. The lyrics are very interesting, and it's definitely, once you hear it, you can definitely tell it's a George Harrison song. So if you could pull up the lyrics for Love You To.
Yep, already watching. Each day just goes so fast. I turn around, it's past. You don't have to hang a sign on me. Oh dear. Love me while you can before I'm dead, old man. Oh my word. This is... Okay, before you guys comment down below about this might be a tragedy, it sounds like a bad relationship between a child and a parent, so I'm sure this is a very relatable already. A lifetime is so short. A new one can't be bought. And what you've got means such a lot to me. Okay, we're gonna have to stop there. Okay.
Having fun all day long.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it, but it basically is a suggestive song that might be something inappropriate. So we're not gonna say those lyrics. So skip that. There's people standing around who mess you up in the ground. They fill your head with all the things you see. Okay, this is somewhat of a mixed twist of romantic song, so...
This would not be a hit. This would not be a hit.
Unless you want it in the adult section. God, darn.
Bro. Yeah. It's not much to say. There's not much to... Yeah, there's not much to say on this track. It's kind of a standard filler, sort of. But the next track. Oh, one of the best Beatles songs ever made. Number 5 on the album Revolver. Here, There, and Everywhere. Holy cow.
Sounds like something from Dr. Seuss.
It is a beautiful track. The ballad. Oh, man. The melody. Man, I even learned how to play this on piano, and everyone I play it in front of says it's a beautiful song. It is an absolutely beautiful song written by Paul McCartney and John Lennon. So,
comment down below if you want Cade to upload videos about the Beatles more, and also check out his channel at the end of the video. Something else to point out though, Cade has been also a part of the AJC S&P series, as you guys know.
Yep.
So if you guys liked Minecraft and S&P, you can check that out. And I'm gonna do my SSP or Solo Survivor series as well. Anyway, back to the song. So here's the song, Here, There, and Everywhere lyrics. To lead a better life, I need my home to be here. Here, making each day of the year, changing my life with the wave of her hand. Nobody can deny there's something there. There, running my hands through her hair, both of us thinking how good it can be. Someone is speaking, but she doesn't know he's here.
interesting.
Does that get awkward? I want her everywhere if she's beside me. I know I need, never care, but to love her is to need her everywhere, knowing my love is to share. Each one believing that love never dies, watching her eyes and hoping I'm always there. I want her everywhere if she's beside me. I know I need, never care, but to love her is to need her everywhere, knowing that love is to share. And the guy who wrote this song is John Lennon and Paul McCartney, once again.
Yep, the famous duo.
Yep, and yes, if Holly's watching this, that could be an interesting romantic song I could play for her. I don't know.
A beautiful song, and if you learn it. Everybody that you hear it, if it's even on guitar, but mostly on piano, it is absolutely beautiful. So I think in the background there's probably going to be like copyright free version where there's no like singing or anything. It's just instrumental.
I think,
but even if you're hearing it, like you can even hear that it's a beautiful melody.
Yes, the reason I'm not playing the actual songs is due to copyright, but if you guys want to check out the album, please check on YouTube, check on iTunes, Spotify.
Yeah, the album link will probably be in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. And at the end of this video, don't worry, I will provide the tracks that is worth listening.
Yeah, so now we go to one of my favorite Beatles songs.
Aaron's favorite song.
Actually, it is one of my favorites, Yellow Submarine by John Lennon and Paul McCartney, which is ironic because Ringo Starr, the drummer, sings this song.
Ringo, yeah. I used to always think that Ringo wrote the song, but yeah, it's a Paul McCartney and John Lennon song. So Paul wrote it as a little children's tune to sing for some kids, but he thought that it would be better if Ringo sang it, and it turned out to be one of the biggest hits on the album in the 60s. So the lyrics, please.
So the Beatles knew their audience. I'll
Yep.
sing a little bit of it. In the town where I was born, lived a man who sailed to sea. And then as it continues on, and he told us of his life in a land of submarines. So he sailed up to the sun till he found the sea of green, and we lived beneath the waves in a yellow submarine. And the chorus, we all live in a yellow submarine, yellow submarine, yellow submarine, repeat. And then it goes to all our friends on the board, many more of them live next door, and the band begins to play chorus, and we live a life of ease. Every one of us has all we need, sky of blue, a sea of green, and a yellow submarine. So the Beatles definitely knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
And for the record, I think what the Beatles did on Revolver so far is they made songs to each track is to a different audience, which that is very hard to do unless you have certain status.
And we'll see more of that type of songwriting, learning about their audience, especially with songs like, we already covered Yellow Submarine, Here, There, and Everywhere. But like for No One, Good Day Sunshine, like Future, Got to Get You Into My Life, like these songs that we'll cover soon in this episode, like you'll kind of realize this following rhythm of poppy, upbeat, let's play this on the radio and get a hit kind of feel.
Yeah.
So
and because this is basically a very family-friendly song, Yellow Submarine might even double the hits that it did back then. So
yeah, and Yellow Submarine was definitely a big hit, but you wouldn't be surprised to learn that Yellow Submarine was actually about an LSD acid trip John Lennon took. So that's why it's kind of out there and out of place.
We're gonna have to. Yeah, but the lyrics, the songs. Yeah, kids, don't listen to the backstory. Just listen to the lyrics. Okay, no.
Yeah, and that is Yellow Submarine, which is Ringo's vocal contribution to the album. So the next song.
He still sings it today.
Yeah.
All right. She said. That sounds like a argument between two lady friends.
Bro.
Okay.
Yep. She said is a very psychedelic song written by John Lennon while he was smoking pot, and is a very interesting it's a very interesting composition with very odd lyrics, kind of out there, sort of.
How did that work? That's like she said, I know how it's like to be dead. I know it is to be sad.
Yeah, basically he just wrote it, I guess, what he was thinking. Well, I mean, he wrote it while he was like stable, but like this is what he was thinking during his trip. Okay, so the lyrics.
She said, I know what it's like to be dead. I know what it is to be sad. And she's making me to feel like I've never been born. Sounds like a manipulative woman.
for real, though.
I said, who put all these things in your hair? Things that make me feel like I'm mad, and you're making me feel like I've never been born. She said, you don't understand what I said. I said, no, you're wrong. When I was a boy, everything was right. Everything was right. I said, even though you know what you know, I know that I'm ready to leave. Because you make me feel like I've never been born. And it repeats, so that's basically very repetitive. Sounds like a very person like John Lennon as a boy having a bad relationship with probably an older woman figure in his life.
Yeah, his mother.
Maybe-
Well, not his mother. He was close with his mother, but his dad left him when he was a child. He didn't have much family.
That's terrible. It might explain some of the actions he did because family's supposed to be bonding. Unfortunately, though, this might relate to a lot of people who do not have a good relationship with their parents.
And that is She Said, and it is just again, I will call it a normal filler. I wouldn't recognize it the hit. So far, we have finished the first side of Revolver. So far, we have found one hit if it was released today. So if Revolver was released today, the hit on the first side of the album would be Eleanor Rigby. Alright, so let's head to the second side of Revolver.
Correction 2. Yellow Submarine would be out there too because the lyrics were kid-friendly.
Yeah, so I guess Eleanor Rigby and Yellow Submarine would be hits. So the second side of the album, we start out... Oops, sorry.
Alright, so comment down below if you guys think that you guys will enjoy it, and also comment down below if you actually agree with this. Because the Beatles are a classic music album. And honestly though, Cade did some of the stuff on his channel. Cade was here, so please check out his channel to help him out. Anyway, Good Day Sunshine.
That Good Day Sunshine is the opener for the second side of Revolver, and it is a very happy-go-lucky, very poppy song, and it is a personal favorite of mine. And honestly, I would probably recognize this song as I think a number 2 hit. I know the number 1 hit on this side of the album, but this would probably be the number 2 hit, Good Day Sunshine. So the lyrics, please.
The good day sunshine, good day sunshine, good day sunshine. I need to laugh when the sun is out. I got something I can laugh about. I feel good in a special way. I'm in love, it's a sunny day. Sounds like you saw a woman at the beach. Good day, and it repeats, good day sunshine. We take a walk, the sun is shining down. Burns my feet as they touch the ground. Were you stepping on coal? Oh, never mind, it's Texas. Repeat, good day sunshine. Then we lie beneath the shady tree. I love her, she's loving me. She feels good, she knows she's looking fine. I'm so proud to know she is mine. Then it repeats Good Day Sunshine. Not the biggest hit, but it would be a romantic song.
It would be a number 2.
Yeah, it's song. I could see some of those people in the comment section or probably watch this video like, yeah, I'm gonna impress her with this bad boy.
Yeah. So yeah, Good Day Sunshine is definitely a number 2 hit. And then the next song is a personal favorite of mine because it has 2 guitar solos by George. And it is a track called And Your Bird Can Sing.
It's not bird is the word, by the way.
Yeah, it's a primarily John Lennon song, and Good Day Sunshine was primarily Paul's song. So if you notice so far, the songs kind of have you'll notice the specific person writing them, even though like usually it's all 3 or John Lennon, Paul, or John Lennon, George Harrison, and John Lennon. No, well, I just said John Lennon twice. No, there's not a twin John Lennon. And Paul would also be included. But you can mostly, with the tone, like John kind of writes the sad, lonely ones, or the Paul kind of writes the happy, upbeat ones. And Your Bird Can Sing is definitely a John song, so if you could cover the lyrics.
Yeah.
Aaron.
You tell me that you got everything you want, and your bird can sing, but you don't get me, you don't get me. You say you've seen 7 wonders and your bird is green, but you can't see me, you can't see me. When your prized possessions start to wear you down, look in my direction, I'll be round, I'll be round. When your bird is broken, bring you down, you may be awoken, I'll be round, I'll be... Never. You guys are getting that. Oh no. What have I done?
Oh no. Oh man.
Okay. You tell me that you heard every sound there is, and your bird can swim, but you can't hear me. You can't hear me. Huh? Okay, no.
Yeah, that's the song, and there's two guitar solos in it. So if that ever interests you, definitely check it out, and you can probably hear one of them already with the soundtrack. But in this song, I consider it a really solid song. A lot of people would say it isn't very good, but I personally would say so. But I am not going to call it a hit. That I wouldn't call it a hit. I think it would be a standout track, but I don't think it would be a hit. But this next one,
sorry. Well,
yeah,
Annie Burkett will not be a hit due to it's kind of simple, but it's almost sounding like a conversation where a guy is super popular on the web, and he has that one friend that's like, really, dude.
yeah, that's pretty much what this is. John Lennon was writing this about Paul McCartney because Paul was being very bossy around this time with tracks and what could be let on, what could be not let on. And so John was kind of firing back and saying, hey, you're kind of thinking you own everything, but you kind of don't. So, and that was pretty much what Annie Burkett was about. John was firing at Paul McCartney. But this next song is another Paul McCartney song, an absolutely beautiful one, and it could literally contend for Here, There, and Everywhere. For No One. It is a beautiful piano melody, and the French horn is absolutely beautiful in this song. Very underrated. Not many people talk about For No One, but it's a very lovely song. It's another one of those Eleanor Rigby type of songs where it kind of sounds like a lonely person is the one writing. So, Aaron, if you could take it away with the lyrics.
All right. Your day breaks, your mind aches. You find all the words of kindness linger on when she no longer needs you. Ouch.
I know.
She wakes up, she makes up. She takes her time, it doesn't feel like she has to hurry. She no longer needs you. Okay, that's depressing right there.
I know. Supposedly written about Paul's ex-girlfriend at the time, Jane Asher. I think he had already broken up with around 1966. And Jane Asher was an actress in Liverpool and wanted to focus on her theater career rather than being a Beatle girlfriend chick. So she dropped him, said see ya, and Paul was pretty upset about it.
And in her eyes, you see
and so he wrote this song.
Yeah. And in her eyes, you see nothing. No sign of love behind the tears, cried for no one. A love that should have lasted years. So before you guys say Taylor Swift did that, Paul McCartney did it too.
Yeah.
Alright. You want her,
right.
You need her. You already need her, yet you don't believe her when she said her love is dead. You think she needs you. And in her eyes you see nothing. No sign of love behind the tears. Cried for no one. A love lasted years. As it continues on, it's basically simple. She's gone.
Yeah.
There's a lot of regret. Love could last years. This is basically a breakup song. But it's
pretty
a breakup
much
song when the girl breaks up with the guy. He's devastated. And
yeah.
honestly, that's a relatable song. Probably make more millions than I Knew You Were Trouble by Taylor Swift. Gotcha, Swift!
Yeah. But I don't think I'm going to use my hit vote on this. Are you, Aaron? I don't think I'd classify it as a hit so far.
No, definitely not a hit.
Not this track.
But it's gonna probably be a standout hit because if they read the lyrics, they'll definitely interest people.
Yeah. And the next song up after For No One is Dr. Robert, which John wrote about a doctor in New York who was illegally selling pills. So the song is about a doctor doing mischievous things. So this is a primary John Lennon song. So Aaron, if you take it away with the lyrics.
Well, that's a quack. Anyway, that's basically what it is. A doctor who's basically either a doctor that's legal or whatever. All right, ring my friend. I said you called Dr. Robert. Day or night, he'll be there anytime at all. Dr. Robert. Dr. Robert, you're a new and better man. He helps you to understand. He has everything he can, Dr. Robert. This is Dr. Seuss all over again. So you're if you're down, he'll pick you up, Dr. Robert. Take a drink from his special cup. Dr. Robert, he's the man you must believe. Helping everyone in need. No one can succeed like Dr. Robert. Yeah, in jail.
Okay.
Alright, well,
that was a good one.
You're feeling fine. Well, he'll make you. Dr. Robert. My friend works for the National Health, Dr. Robert. Don't pay money, just see yourself, Dr. Robert. Dr. Robert, you're a new and better man. He helps you to understand. He does everything he can, Dr. Robert. This can almost be a rap.
I know. Yeah, I'm also not going to use my hit card on this one. I don't think this would be a hit at all. I think definitely a filler. Yeah, it's a filler song pretty much. Alright, so the next one up, then I Want to Tell You, which is another George Harrison song. And yep, this one is specifically the worst one on the album. The guitar is gloomy. It doesn't sound good. It literally sounds out of tune. The vocals have a weird effect on him, and now George sounds out of tune when he sings. The background vocals aren't any help. The drumming is okay, not Ringo's best. So I Want to Tell You is, even before we get to the lyrics, I Want to Tell You is definitely the worst song on Revolver.
Alright. I want to tell you. I want to tell you. My head is filled with things to say. When you're here, all these words, they seem to slip away. Sounds like a guy with stage fright. When I get near you, the games begin to drag me down. It's alright. I'll make you maybe next time around. But if I seem to act unkind, it's only me. It's not my mind. That is confusing things. I want to tell you I feel hung up, but I don't know why. I don't mind, I could wait forever, I got time. Sometimes I wish I knew you well. Then I could speak my mind to tell you, maybe you understand. And then it repeats, I want to tell you I feel hung up and all that. Not the best song, but it sounds like to me of a depressed person feeling down.
Yeah. Tell You is definitely not a hit at all. But this next track, Got to Get You Into My Life, this is definitely a number one hit on the second side of Revolver. Got to Get You Into My Life is upbeat, poppy, about actually not about a girl, Aaron. When you read it, it's gonna seem like it, but this is actually about weed. It's about Paul and his experience with it and how much he loves it. And Got to Get You Into My Life is basically saying, hey, I should probably have this in my life, which you shouldn't. But yeah, it's another upbeat one, and it would definitely be a hit if Revolver was released today. Got to Get You Into My Life would definitely be a hit, as long with Eleanor Rigby, Yell Submarine, and Here, There, and Everywhere. So, Aaron, if you could go with the lyrics to Got to Get You Into My Life.
Yeah, I was alone. I took a ride. I didn't know what I would find there. Another road, maybe I could see another kind of mind there. This is trippy. Ooh,
I know.
See you. Ooh, did I tell you I need you every single day of my life? You didn't run. You didn't lie. You knew I wanted just to hold you. And had you gone, you knew we'd meet again, or I had told you. Oh, you were meant to be near me. Oh, I want you to hear me. Say we'll be together every day. Got to get you into my life. What I can do, what I can be, when I'm with you, I want to stay here. If I'm true, I'll never leave. If I do, know the way there. And then it gets very repetitive.
Yeah, the ending part is very repetitive.
Yeah, then suddenly I see you. Did I tell you I need you? Trippy.
Is that the lyrics? Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that is.
It's very repetitive. Like,
yeah.
Suddenly I see you all day.
But but the music part of it Got to Get You Into My Life would totally be a hit. It wouldn't be as big of a hit as Here, There, and Everywhere or Eleanor Rigby, but it's definitely the biggest hit of the second side of Revolver. Okay, so, alright, everyone, heads up. The last track is Tomorrow Never Knows. Now, the lyrics. Before y'all get confused on these lyrics, what is this? Why is this crazy? This ending and this song, my girlfriend calls it the zoo song because the vocals and the sounds that the song makes, it's so wild and crazy. It's a drug song. It's pretty much trying to tell you what it feels like or sounds like to be high. And Tomorrow Never Knows, the lyrics are basically just a mumbo-jumbo soup of words. So Aaron, just so to give you a heads up, the lyrics aren't going to make sense at all. So you can go ahead and try the lyrics to Tomorrow Never Knows.
And for the record, guys, yes, Cade's taken, just like me. Anyway. Okay. Turn off your mind. Relax and float downstream. It is not dying. It is not dying. Lay down all thoughts. Surrender to the void. It is shining. It is shining. And you may see the meaning of within. It is being. It is being. Love is all and love is everyone. It is knowing. It is knowing. And ignorance and hate mourn the dead. It is believing. It is believing. But listen to the color of your dreams. It is not leaving. It is not leaving. So play the game existing to the end. Of the beginning. Of the beginning. Short song, kind of with lyrics and everything.
Yeah, the lyrics are short, but the actual song is around 2 minutes. And the sounds, the tape loops, the Paul screeching in the mic, which turning it up and making it go faster sounds like a bird, which you can hear in the actual song. And it is a very crazy song, a very good one at that. Tomorrow Never Knows, I'm going to say it here, would be the second hit on the second side of the album. It's crazy, it's nuts, it's a big beat, it's a big bop. Tomorrow Never Knows, it doesn't even make sense. And I'm sure a lot of the kids today would totally go, wow, this is insane. And that's why I believe Tomorrow Never Knows, the last track on Revolver, would be the second hit right behind Got to Get You Into My Life.
Alright, so that is...
As well as Good Day Sunshine. Yeah, and Good Day Sunshine too, as well.
Alright. Okay, so that is all the lyrics of all the songs on Revolver. Overall,
and
what do you think of this album?
I think that... Sorry.
Well, Cade,
I think if it was released today, I believe Revolver would be a massive success.
Probably not in the way you'd hope, though. You see, there was a lot of drug references in a way in this album, but the lyrics made, if read, would probably make a lot of sense. But sadly, though, the Beatles, this was like during their, like, You Get Me High time, and John Lennon was just getting himself into trouble.
Yeah.
You'll find
and so...
You'll find out why later on in the future, especially since the next video will not be of the Beatles, but it'll be something of a classic rock and roll artist.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, what overall the album? What would be the rating today? In my book, 8 out of 10.
Same. I was thinking the same thing. 8.5 out of 10. Probably minus 8.5 for you, but I think it would be an 8.5 out of 10. I think it'd be received well. So, all right, on the screen here is the counter for the hits of Revolver if it was released today, or how it would be seen in today's standards. So the number one hit off of Revolver, in my opinion, I believe would be Eleanor Rigby. We discussed that. The second hit would probably be Here, There, and Everywhere. The third hit would be Yellow Submarine. The fourth hit would be Good Day Sunshine. And then the fifth hit would be Got to Get You Into My Life. And then the sixth hit would be Tomorrow Never Knows. And that is the hit counter for Revolver, if it was released today.
Yeah, so if you guys want to check out the album, make sure you have your parents' permission first, because some of the lyrics were adult-ish. So basically the Beatles actually had better lyrics than some of the modern music today. But in the end,
it's a solid album. I recommend it, and I think, it'd be an 8.5 out of 10 if it was released today. If it was held in today's standards, it would be a great album. Yep. Another good, solid classic.
It will probably make a lot of radio stations pop up. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see more of this, please make sure to stay tuned with the bell icon. Whenever we can find a date to release the videos, you guys will stay tuned for that. But another thing to know, Cade was here. Please encourage him to upload, please. I think he really needs motivation a little bit. And no, he did not tell me to say it. He's got a lot of ideas to bring to the table, and I think he'll be great for him to grow from there. So anyway, guys, that's it. If you guys enjoyed, like, share, subscribe, and hope to see you guys next video. God bless you, Roth. Don't forget it.